Spark it up. Screen low. Eyes low. Chat go wild. Alright. Let's roll. Got the cone lit, lobby on my second screen. Eyes red, but the aim still laser clean. Chat spam, yo, they camping in the trees. I'm laughing, lean back, let the stress just flag. Swing that ride, slide that flag. One quick shot, harass that glag. Loot on lock, I'm lighting, blessed the farming names, put them all to rest. Stoned in our craters, still a top slayer. High as the sky, I'm a whole damn laser. Rats in the dark, I'm the raider, razor. Click, clack, bye, bye, see you later. See you later. Let's drink, we the crowd favorite. Clutch every fight, that's the daily flavor. Stoned in our craters, I'm the rat terminator. Click, clack, bye, bye, see you later. You pop, I'm vibing to the kill feed chime. Headshot, two drop, that's a clip rewind. They hide in the grass, think they safe, that's cute. I goes through the smoke like a bad habit loose. Chest ain't push, so I push that ridge. Armor crack quick like a cheap ass bridge. Whole squad right with a grin on my face. I'm baked and my mom's still owning this place. Stoned in our crater, still a top slayer. High as a sky, I'm a whole damn laser. Rats in the sky, I'm a raider racer. Click, clack, bye, bye, see you later. See you later. Scream, we the crowd favorite. Click and read it, fight, that's a daily flavor. Stoned in hard favorites, I'm a whack terminator. Click, clack, bye, bye, see you later. Let's go!
Yeah. Pack roll tight on the desk. Chat scroll hidden like text spam. Eyes half closed, but I'm locked in. Cursor on heads like a head scan. Late night neon in a headset, Q-pop. Lobby looking like free food. Laughing with a squad on a call, one hit, then I slide in a me move. Yeah. I'm stoned on the stream and I'm locked in. Rat in the rafters, I spot them. Dropping the dust, I pop them. Whole chat yelling, you got them. Keep it hype, every wave, every spawn. They hide in the dark, I stay on. Our graders are made for the chaos. Rats get clapped on the way to the payoff. Rats get clapped on the way to the payoff. Rats get clapped on the way to the payoff. Rats get clapped on the way to the payoff. Rats get clapped on the way to the payoff. They creeping in the corners all shaking. Cheap shots, lane plays, I'm awakened. Third party dreams get broken. One burst, one beam, they smoking. Chat spam mail when they camping. Where you at? I'm already flanking. I'm laughing while I line up the angle. High as a score and I love the tangle. I'm stoned on the stream and I'm locked in. Rat in the rafters, I spot them. Dropping the dust, I pop him. Whole chat yelling, you got them. Keep it hype, every wave, every spawn. They hide in the dark, I stay on. Our graders are made for the chaos. Rats get clapped on the way to the payoff. Rats get clapped on the way to the payoff. Rats get clapped on the way to the payoff. Rats get clapped on the way to the payoff. Rats get clapped on the way to the payoff. One more hit, let it ride. Heartbeat sync with the fight. If you can't, better pray, better hide. Cause I see every move in the light. Whoa. I'm stoned on the stream and I'm locked in. Rat in the rafters, I spot them. Dropping the dust, I pop them. Whole chat yelling, you got them. Keep it hype, every wave, every spawn. They hide in the dark, I stay on. Our graders are made for the chaos. Rats get clapped on the way to the payoff. Rats get clapped on the way to the payoff. Rats get clapped on the way to the payoff.
Hell yeah, y'all. Hope you are doing fantastic today. Welcome in, welcome in. It is another day. We gotta grind some more. We got almost all the damage we need for that 5th skill point. But we are gonna see. Part of me was thinking maybe we'll make another song. I kind of want to make a song. I need to do something about this. I'm going to go and create some music really quick, and then we'll see what we're going to add to the list. Have a little fucking fun here for a second. All right, let's go like this. Okay. It feels hot as fuck today. I bet. And this one, it says. All right. All right, I'm gonna give create there. And create there. And we'll see what songs sound best. Uh, Come on, give me something good. Okay. All right. America got started or got finished first, so we'll go to that.
Stoner in the dropship, ARC outside, looking real nervous tonight. Pack lit, chat moving fast, let's ride! We raid all night, smoke in the air, rats get folded everywhere. Chat too loud, whole squad vibing, ARC lights flash when the squad pulling in. Loop back stacked, we don't play. Yeah, stoner in the dropship, ARC outside looking.
No, it's not ARC. Fuck. All right. Well, let's see if Suno did better.
Yeah. Stoner in the dropship. ARC outside looking real nervous tonight. Pack lit.
Stoner in the dropship, ARC outside.
Okay. We gotta fix that. I'm just gonna make it so it spells it properly. Gotta say it fucking phonetically. And now we go like this. Copy over to here. Clear lyrics. Paste lyrics again. We'll wait till let's see the style.
Tank says, "Yo Stoner, what's up?"
What up, 10X? Mm-mm.
Whole damn stream, yelling, run them hands! Late night vibe, see the homies locked in. 420 glow with the RG. Light it up, chew it up, squad pull up. Everybody in chat, go crazy tonight. We taking over every raid on site. All night, smoke in the air.
Tank says, "Just chilling, how about yourself?"
Not much. Do me, Yo-Yo Master. I want you to do me because you're the yo-yo guy. What up, Tater? What up?
Tank says, "LOL."
Stoner in the dropship. Arc outside looking real nervous tonight. Pack lit. Chat moving fast. Let's ride. We raid all night, smoke in the air. Rats get folded everywhere. Chat too loud, whole squad vibing. Art lights flash when the squad pulling in. Loop back stack, we don't play fair. Whole damn lobby know the name out there. Roll one up, then we dive right back. Rats start hiding when they hear that pack. Drop down cold with the frost on boots. Arc bus screaming while we chase that loot. Backpack heavy, pockets on beats. Rap boys run when they hear our feet.
Not much, man. Not much.
Smoke in the air, rats get folded
What up, Richard?
Tank says, getting mad though because my anxiety is pissing me off lol.
Music loud with the neon lights. Everybody locked in for the show, cause every damn ray turns cinematic, bro. A-I-D, we don't miss when we push full speed. Smoke in the room and the baseline hit. Jack going fair when the rats get split. We raid all night, smoke in the air. Rats get floated everywhere. Whole squad vibe and stream on fire. On there taking us higher and higher. Back stay lit, but the loot gets
Anxiety sucks, bro.
don't come back. One more raid, one more pack. Hold them checks, we run it back.
Okay.
Tank says, tell me about it.
That's not bad. Let's hear the other one.
Stoner in the drop shit. Walk outside looking real nervous tonight. Tight lit. Chat moving fast. Let's ride. We raid all night. Smoke in the air. Rats get folded everywhere. Jack too loud. Whole squad vibing. All guys flash when the squad pulling in. Loot back stack. We don't play fair. Whole damn lobby know the name out there. Roll one up, then we dive right back. Rats start hunting when they hear that pack. Drop down cold with the frost on boots. Hawkbot screaming while we chase that loot. Backpack heavy.
Miss Stoner says hi, Tanex.
Shots go loud. Yo, get down the clip, rewind. Smoke cloud stick while the AVAC lands. Got the whole damn stream yelling, run them hands. Late night vibes with the homies locked in. 420 glow with the RGB spin. One more raid, tell chat don't sleep. Cause the night we feast and the rats get sweet. Roll it up, light it up, cue it up. Squad pull up, everybody chat go crazy tonight. We taking over every raid on sight. We raid all night, smoke in the air. Rats get folded everywhere. Chat too loud, whole squad vibing. All guys flash when the squad pulling in. Loot back stack, we don't play fair. Whole damn lobby know the name out there. Roll one up, then we dive right back. Rats start hiding when they hear that pack. Whole squad tripped and scavenge gear. One wrong peek and your squad disappear. Move ain't drink, ain't too clean. Our greatest king with a smoke machine. Jack go wild when the wife go crazy. Somebody clip that. Moving too shady, another blunt roll while we count that cash. Rats got cooked way too fast. Big energy, no sleep tonight. Music loud with the neon lights. Everybody locked in for the show. Cause every damn raid turns cinematic, bro. Roll, A-I-D. We don't miss when we push full speed. Smoke in the room and the baseline hit. Jack go fair when the rats get split. We raid all night, smoke in the air. Rats get folded everywhere. Whole squad vibing, stream on fire. I'm like paradise, I get higher. Back stay lit while the loot gets stacked. Tell the rap boys, don't come back. One more raid, one more pack. Hold down chest, we run it back.
Alright, let's see how America does now. Dude, 4-minute long song? Holy dicks, bro.
Yeah, Stoner and the dropship arc outside. Looking real nervous tonight. Pack lit, chat moving fast. We raid all night, smoke in the air. Rats get folded everywhere. Chat too loud, whole squad vibing. Arc lights flash when the squad pulling in. Loot back stacked, we don't play fair.
What up, Galaxy?
We know the name out there.
What up, what up?
We dive right back. Rats start hiding when they hear that bang. Drop down cold with the frost on boots.
Nice. Where are you at? What episode? No, not a fan of that one. It's the live action. Oh, awesome. Oh, wait. You should be on Little Garden then. I'm trying to think of that season really quick. What all they showed. Yeah. Yeah. Dude, hey, great. It's great. I love it. Overlord's good. Dude, Murica sucks. What the fuck? These were way better. Now is the question. That one or that one? I almost feel like that one's better myself. Yeah, I think that's the one we do. All right. We can close it out now. Let me turn this on. Thank you for that 3 stream streak, Galaxy. I appreciate you,
I
ma'am.
am going to bed. It is 11:24 p.m.
11:24. Get that rest. Get that rest. I'm gonna get up here on that Arc Raiders. There's 5 achievements I haven't got. Global achievements that I have not got
With
yet.
no music playing.
Hey, no worries, buddy. Get that rest. Get in and encounter Raider down with snitch scanners. Okay. Get gas stun burns. That's one I gotta do myself. Deal 50 damage to any enemy while it's Hopper Rocketeer. Gotta do that. And that's just a practice range. I don't even go to the practice range. I'll have to do that. All right, we are gonna get our shit show here started. Interesting. His name is Jack.
I'm a content creator, or I used to be, until I had my life torn apart by a false accusation. Since this situation went public, I've received death threats, banned from establishments, all of my YouTube channels have been taken down, I've lost friends, I've lost work opportunities, pretty much everything. I'm innocent, that's all I gotta say, really. Everybody knows I'm innocent. I did not want to have to make this video, but I've been silent on this issue for as long as possible, and enough is enough. My appeal was this month, and I'm waiting on the decision, so I still have to be extremely
What up,
careful
Retro?
about what I say. My goal with this video is to share what happened in a non-biased way as
Hey, baby.
Hello, love.
I gotta go back in a couple minutes.
Okay. Has it been alright today?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had a cashier yet, but it's because I got Danny as backup right now.
Well, that's not reliable backup. But...
Yeah, I know, but at least I won't have to. At least I won't have to cashier really until my mid leaves.
But that just means not as busy as yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, it's busy, but we didn't have the same kind of rush as yesterday.
You're right. Like I said, it probably was going to be nearly the same.
Yeah. I love you.
I love you. I hope you have a good day, the rest of your day.
Thank you, baby.
Talk to you soon.
Mm-hmm. Bye, baby.
Love you. Bye.
Love you, bye.
I possibly can. I'm going to try my best not to be emotional and just be completely neutral here and share objective facts and evidence to show my innocence. The timelines of the encounter, inconsistencies in the evidence and testimony, and that there are enough inconsistencies to make you go read the full testimony yourself. Legally, I'm not allowed to say as much as I would like to, but I'm going to do my best to share what I can. Before anything else, I do want to say this. I believe survivors of sexual assault and false accusations of sexual assault deserve to be taken seriously and treated with compassion. I've been through both. Nothing I'm about to say is meant to minimize real harm. That being said, let's get into it. In February 2021, I was falsely accused and charged with sexual assault from a consensual encounter between myself and a woman in August 2020. I'll refer to her as the accuser. My legal team and I spent several years going back and forth to get records and evidence to help my case, and we finally went to trial in 2024, and the judge wrongfully convicted me. I say wrongfully as I have always maintained my innocence, and I will explain why in a bit. Based on how things go with my appeal, there are two options. Either the appellant court will order me a new trial, or I'll have to spend 3 years in jail for something I didn't do, and my life is essentially over. And in the meantime, there's been newspaper articles, there's been documentaries, and all kinds of misinformation put out. So now I'm going to go over some information to help you get a better grip of what actually happened. At the time of the incident, I was a YouTuber, actor, filmmaker, and primarily known for pranks. I've been working full-time and earning a living as a content creator since approximately 2016. I met the accuser after matching with her on Tinder. Tinder is an app for people to go and hook up with. I recognized her from one of my party videos, McMaster Hoko 2019. On that day, this person managed to find me and my camera crew in a crowd of 10,000 people in order to be interviewed. After matching on Tinder, we messaged on Instagram, texting and flirting before agreeing to meet up. The accuser drove approximately 30 minutes from Oakville to my house in Hamilton, Ontario. I invited her in, I showed her around, and then she asked for a tour of my YouTube studio. I suggested we should go for a hike. We then left my house and drove to a hiking trail, but upon arriving, it was getting dark, so we agreed to return to my house and watch Netflix and chill. Upon returning to my house, we did just that. We watched Netflix and we had a consensual encounter. I'm not proud to admit this, but at the time, I was sleeping around with a bunch of different women. The accuser also had multiple different partners recently before me, as per DNA evidence, as well as confirming sleeping with an alleged boyfriend just a few days prior to meeting me. Now, to clarify, this is not a judgment on her character. Rather, it's to provide context on our generation's modern culture of frequent hookups. In retrospect, I definitely should not have been sleeping with these women, but I was a young guy and I was famous on the internet. I would often film a quick consent video when having sexual encounters with strangers that knew I had a large following as a proactive way to ensure I had clear consent from whoever I was hooking up with, especially women who have been featured in a previous video of mine. This is not a normal way to live, but it is common in society and especially amongst athletes, celebrities, and public figures. So during our encounter, I attempted to film a consent video and she informed me that she didn't want to be recorded. So I stopped the recording and deleted whatever was briefly recorded right in front of her. We then continued what we were doing, having a consensual sexual encounter. I want to be very clear here. The encounter was enthusiastic, ongoing. There was no confusion about it. She was consenting, as was I. She communicated consent in many different ways, particularly verbally, asking me to spank her and telling me during sex, "F me, f daddy," amongst other things. I don't want to repeat them, but you can go and read the things that she said to me in the transcripts. After finishing our encounter, we chatted briefly before I politely told her I had to be up early in the morning, and I asked her to leave. That was the conclusion of the date. Quoting from the court transcript, although the accuser originally told police that she was obviously fine with being asked to leave, her testimony at trial revealed otherwise. In cross-examination, she admitted that the dismissal did not feel good, and she agreed with trial counsel that she felt worthless because she was treated as a conquest or notch on Mr. Densmore's bedpost. So in hindsight, I can absolutely see why this would make her feel bad. She had traveled to see me. She was texting her friends and family about me and our date ahead of time. In particular, some high expectations for me. Kicking her out was rude and dismissive. I didn't think that way at the time, but I regret how I handled that, and if I could go back, I would do things differently. With that being said, all of the sexual activity that we did was consensual. And when I say consensual, I don't mean ambiguous or neutral. I mean it was enthusiastic, encouraging, and ongoing, and I testified to that under oath. To put it simply, the whole thing was a typical one-night stand. Just to be clear, my charge had nothing to do with filming a consent video. It was entirely based on an allegation that I non-consensually assaulted this person. This was shocking to me. It absolutely destroyed my mental health, and for months, I was so confused. What the f am I being charged with? We do know what the reasons were now, and we'll get into those later, but I was charged in February 2021, and these charges were then made public in October 2022 after the accuser contacted my city's local newspaper to run a story about these allegations before that year's McMaster Hoko was to take place. During this time, I felt absolute agony. I stopped making comedy and prank videos because I just, to put it simply, lost my sense of humor, and it's embarrassing to admit, but I felt helpless. Now I want to give you an overview on these things in society. Through legal counsel and many other stories that have been shared with me, I've learned that my case is not unique. False accusations are common and absolutely devastating to the victims. For those that don't know, in Canada, there is no actual evidence required to charge and convict somebody in this type of crime. In most assault cases, there isn't actually any concrete evidence. It ends up just being one person's word versus another. He said, she said situation. To put it simply, telling the truth is not enough. So as an accused person, the only strategy you have is to find lies, discrepancies, contradictions in the accuser's story. So imagine you or your loved one is being accused despite there being zero evidence. If you or your loved one's defense lawyer cannot question the credibility of the person making these accusations, it will most likely lead to a conviction, and there's nothing you can do about it. As much as this system and laws were put into place with good intentions to help real victims and real survivors, an unfortunate side effect is that they are highly abusable and exploitable. They often take years of time, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and the accused person loses their job, loses their reputation, and is publicly shamed, and potentially even ends up in jail for something they didn't do. But aside from that, from the defendant's standpoint, there are also laws that have been put into place to make it even more difficult to defend yourself. In a normal trial, you can get access to information such as records, messages, emails, etc. However, in assault cases, the police and prosecutors can, and in my case, they did actively redact any and all information or evidence to prevent you from using it in your defense. So in my case, it was brought to our attention that there were thousands of communication records that had been redacted by the police. We later found out that the police not only redacted all of this data, but they actually emailed the accuser and said, "Is there anything specifically that you would like us to redact?" And then she replied saying, "Yes, I would like you to redact all of the emails with my therapist and all of the communications with her alleged boyfriend, and in particular, specific emails that were very, very telling about what actually happened that night." And I will get into them later on. But anyways, back to the evidence. At one point, I remember they gave us about 90 different pages, and around 80 of them were completely blacked out. I'm not a lawyer. I'm actually kind of an idiot. But from what I've been explained by legal counsel, this makes it incredibly hard to defend yourself at trial. For example, if there is evidence that we're bringing that contradicts their version of events, they can change their version of events before trial. So why is it like this now? Well, first of all, obviously, it's intended to protect real survivors from privacy concerns as well as trials being delayed. But what it really is they essentially wanted to get more convictions. After the 2016 acquittal of John Gomeshi, which led to significant changes to Canadian law, frequently referred to as the Gomeshi rules. This was implemented via Bill C-51 and subsequent legislation, which are designed to make it easier to secure convictions by altering how evidence regarding a complainant's credibility is handled. These changes were meant to counteract how in the Gomeshi trial, the defense was able to use contradictory evidence like emails and photos to successfully challenge the credibility of witnesses and get an acquittal. In summary, because of Bill C-51 and the Gomeshi rules, if there is evidence that shows contradictions in the accuser's statement, it can be discarded. And even if it's not discarded and it is allowed at trial, it has to be given to them and approved, and that gives them the opportunity to prepare for it and potentially alter a story. This is what has been put into effect to get more convictions. The problem is it is potentially at the cost of innocent people going to jail and having their life ruined. Again, I want to preface,
could you imagine not even being allowed to defend yourself in a false accusation? Like, what in the hell are they talking about? What are you talking about? And that's Canada? Well, definitely never going there. Shit. That's wild.
But that is my understanding of the law, and I'm open to being corrected. Now, right off the bat, from the statements of the accuser alone, we had many examples of inaccuracies, contradictions, and story changes. But once we found out that there was all of this actual evidence that had been intentionally redacted, we became very curious. After several years and over $100,000 just in pretrial application costs, we were able to get a significant portion of the redacted evidence, including emails, text messages, etc. After reviewing them, it was quite clear that there were multiple strong motives to fabricate these allegations. Now, if we go back to the encounter, remember that the accuser only actually had an issue with my attempt to film a consent video. This is what was so confusing to me, because I was there. She initiated sex with me afterwards, and we continued having sex. All of this material is available in the official trial transcripts, which you can go over in the description. But even though I deleted whatever was recorded, she had a massive concern on whether or not this video still existed and was worried that it would be circulated online. And we know this because it was mentioned multiple different times. For example, from the April 18th transcript. And what about if he actually took a video? If he did and that got out, that could ruin my entire life. That is from the email she sent her therapist the night of our date. From April 18th, this is at 2:22 p.m. on August the 7th, 2 days after August the 5th. Also, I'm going to the police, maybe not to press charges, but I want to tell them and report it and see if they could do anything about him possibly taking a video or picture of me. End quote. My lawyer asked, "You sent this, right?" She responds, "Yes." My lawyer, "Okay, so again, the primary purpose for going to the police that you are sure you want them to do something about is to see if he took pictures or videos of you." The accuser, "Yes." Lawyer, "And in your mind, you would agree that that would entail them having to at least go to his house, talk to him?" Accuser, "Yes." "And taking his phone?" Accuser, "Yes." "Okay, and then making sure that there wasn't anything there that you had in a compromised picture or video, right?" Accuser, "Yes." If you want to double check this, this is all in the testimony on April 18th. So when she contacted the police, her concern was to know for sure that the video was truly deleted. However, the only way that the police can search a phone is by obtaining a warrant, and a warrant can only be obtained if there was a crime. From the appeal, although this factual conclusion was not mandatory, given the evidence, reaching it meant that when the accuser left Mr. Densmore's home, she believed he possessed a compromising video of her on his phone, which increased the probative value of evidence supporting a potential motive to fabricate. As Justice Krawchenko concluded, the accuser's most significant concern was that Mr. Densmore had images or videos of her on his phone. It was essential to consider whether the accuser made the sexual assault allegation partly or fully to prompt police to access his device, especially since the police apparently would not take action unless she made a formal complaint. In regards to her email to the police, she said, "I'm unsure if I want to press charges at this time, but I'm deeply concerned as to if he has any photos or videos of me." Following back and forth communication with the police, the accuser eventually went in and gave an official statement nearly 2 months later. She then described a non-consensual encounter that, to be frank, did not happen. I'm going to try and say this as politely as possible. There are multiple points in the accuser's testimony which contradict her police statements and her testimony at trial. I want to share a few major discrepancies, and then you can decide for yourself. Now, as a warning, some of the information I'm about to share is graphic and potentially triggering, but I must go into these details so that you can see just a couple of the major discrepancies and inconsistencies in this person's testimony. I am just comparing her version of events compared to her other versions of events and her own testimony. Let's proceed. The accuser testified that I aggressively removed her shirt and pulled down her dress. In testimony, she claimed, "He started by removing my shirt and pulling down my dress so that my breasts were exposed." Then, in cross-examination, she further insisted, "No, he didn't ask me to take it off. He just started to take it off." My lawyer asked again, "You're sure about that?" To which the accuser confirmed, yes. She made this allegation in testimony and then doubled down on this in cross-examination with my lawyer. However, these new allegations she made in her testimony are totally different from her actual statement to police. To police, she said, "So we went to his room and we were like just sitting on his bed and he put on a show on Netflix and then he put his arm around me and then after a few minutes kissed me, which I was okay with. And then he told me like, take off my shirt, which I was comfortable with because I was like wearing a dress underneath it." So in her original story, she claims that I politely requested her to take her shirt off and she did it herself voluntarily and comfortably. However, at trial, she said, "He started by removing my shirt and pulling down my dress so that my breasts were exposed." Then in cross-examination, she further insisted, again, as part of this aggressive encounter she's trying to paint, "No, he didn't ask me to take it off. He just started to take it off." My lawyer confirmed, "Are you sure?" She confirmed, "Yes, that is how it happened." However, my lawyer then confronted her with her own original statement to police, and he reminded her that this is what she said. And then he asked her again what actually happened. She then confirmed her original story, which is that I asked her to take her shirt off and she did so voluntarily. My lawyer further confirmed, asking, "Because you're the one that took your shirt off with his request, and that was your way of showing interest or consenting, right?" To which she responded, "Yes." This is a clear example of willingness to intentionally remove and omit participation and change details to suit the false narrative of an aggressive, non-consensual encounter,
you
which,
go
to put
to
it simply,
prison for
just never happened. Moving on.
Jail.
There were fabricated bruises. The accuser claimed that I aggressively bit her breasts, causing bruising, swelling, and red marks for days after. On August 6th, less than 1 day after our date, the nurse examined her breasts and found 0 bruising, 0 swelling, and 0 red marks. This was totally fabricated. From the appeal, in her examination in chief, the accuser described an aggressive sexual assault. It began when Mr. Densmore removed her shirt and pulled down her dress, exposing her breasts. She testified that Mr. Densmore kissed and bit her breasts, which was quite painful, and that the biting left bruises and red marks that lingered for 2 to 3 days after their encounter. He then pushed her onto her back, got on top of her, and penetrated her digitally. page 34.
And
Though
what?
the events described above qualify as a violent
And what?
assault, page 34. Though got on top of her and penetrated her
And penetrated her digitally.
digitally. Page 34. Though the events described above qualify as a violent sexual assault, Justice Krawchenko flatly rejected the accuser's account, noting how it conflicted with evidence from the nurse who examined the accuser's breasts and found no bite marks or bruising. He also noted a major inconsistency about digital penetration that was brought out in cross-examination. This is another clear example of fabricating an aggressive, non-consensual encounter, as the accusations of bruises, bite marks, and red swelling for days after were entirely fabricated and confirmed by the nurse, not days after, but the next day, August 6th. Next, in her police statement, she said
this is
that
so
I got
wild.
on top of her aggressively, and in her description to the Crown, she shared detailed allegations about this without any mention of her participation. In April 17th cross-examination, however, she admitted that after a few minutes of kissing, she swung her legs over my body and straddled me before removing her shirt. Straddling
So
is
now-
mounting me, so sitting on top of my genital area, and grinding her groin area directly on mine while sitting upright on top of me. She also said now that she smiled and moaned and that I would remark I liked it or moan. Again, this shows that she was an active participant, contrary to all of her previous statements. This is from April 17th, 2024. Next, in a statement to police,
So
she
wild.
said that she didn't make a single noise or sound besides ow. Then in cross-examination, she admitted to making noises, moaning, and saying, I like it, during various stages of sexual activity to show her consent that she was an active participant. From the appeal, another inconsistency was the accuser's avowal that the vast majority of the encounter took place in near silence. In chief, she was a silent recipient of Mr. Densmore's advances. She testified that, other than providing her with specific directions, the only sound made by either party was Mr. Densmore calling her a slut. In closing submissions, trial counsel described the accuser's initial depiction as an incomprehensible narrative of a silent movie. It also seemed to be incomprehensible to the accuser, who admitted on cross-examination on multiple occasions that they were both moaning and that she was breathing heavy and that she uttered the words, I like that. Next, we're going to start talking about some of the therapist statements. Now, I understand that therapy is something that is very personal, it's very private, and a lot of people watching this might be in therapy, so I'm not using this in any way to try to minimize therapy or discredit therapists in general, okay? Just want to start by saying that. There were many issues with the statements to the therapist, including inaccuracies given to the therapist by the accuser, which led to the therapist giving very strong opinions and recommendations, which ended up leading to reshaping what actually happened in the mind of the accuser. In addition to collusion, and if you don't know what collusion is, Google it because it's very bad. The accuser was asked about some of these statements throughout the trial. In this particular one from April 18th. My lawyer, okay, so you're not very truthful with your therapist, are you? The accuser, no, I'm extremely truthful to her. My lawyer, extremely truthful, right? Accuser, yes. My lawyer, that's how you characterize what you're saying to her. The accuser, yes. Here in particular, she made a statement to her therapist where she inaccurately depicted our date and implied, very dangerously, that I tricked her into coming into my house. I debated whether to send this or not because maybe I'm just being dramatic or stupid or overthinking.
Wait, so she drove 30 minutes. Okay.
Or reading into something that didn't happen. Or maybe it just brought this whole thing onto myself. But I went on a date tonight. We were supposed to go for a hike and then drinks. But when I showed up to his house, he said it was too late to go for a walk, so we started watching a movie.
Lord,
My lawyer asked, have I read that accurately? The accuser confirms, yes, my lawyer, and that's not what happened, is it? Accuser, not all of the details, no. My lawyer, but that's what you told her happened, right? Accuser, yes. Pause. Inaccuracies like that are super important because they have a severe impact on the therapist's perception of
gotta
events,
watch it,
which
with
leads
Miss
to
Stoner later.
responses from the therapist that, as a therapist's responses would, give massive influence.
So we'll have it on
over the
Twitch later
accuser.
on.
So the therapist receives this amongst other inaccurate statements continuing from April 18th. So these are your records that she's made about sessions that she's had with you, and the session date is Friday, August the 7th. We spent the session going over her experience and looking at potential stuck points where she blamed herself. In reviewing the evening, it is clear the accuser attempted to make good decisions and that he was clearly a predator, skilled in having her make small changes to their plans until she was in his apartment. Have I read that correctly? The accuser confirms, yes. The accuser claims to be extremely truthful to her therapist, giving a completely inaccurate statement about the date to her therapist with a very misleading implication. As a result, the therapist tells her with authority he was clearly a predator, skilled in having her make small changes to their plans until she was in his apartment. She then takes these various responses she gets from her therapist and sends them to her friends and family. Also from April 18th. Yeah, Dr. Therapist said that he seemed very calculated in the way he acted, like he had thought it out, and that I'm not the first. So now, she's giving false information to the therapist. Therapist is responding, and then she's taking what the therapist is responding and sending it to her friends using the authority of the therapist. This is one of the many messages that the accuser sent to her friends and family. You can see more in the May 31st closing arguments. Now, during testimony at trial, her statement changed. April 12th, you've said the tour was approximately 15 minutes, nothing unusual. What happens after that? She answers, then he suggests that we go for a hike. Oh, And how did you then end up going for a hike? What happens after that? He suggested that we drive to a trail that was close by to his house. So I agreed to that, and we started driving there. So the accuser admitted that actually I suggested we go for a hike, which was the original plan, and then we left the house. Okay, so you described driving towards the escarpment. Accuser, Do you eventually stop somewhere? Accuser, no. He says that it's busy and that we shouldn't bother going on a hike because it's getting dark out. Going a bit down, then what happens? Accuser, so then he suggests going back to his house. Are you able to give us an estimate about how long you were trying to locate a hiking trail? Accuser, again, not long, maybe 15, 20 minutes. And so, did you agree with his suggestion to go back to his house? Accuser, I did. We then returned to the house after she agreed to return and watch Netflix and chill. But literally the same night as the date, August 5th, she then goes and tells a very different and inaccurate version the same night. So many implications, opinions, responses, and collusion and influences were made from these inaccurate statements. And what's super concerning about all this, aside from that,
all
she
because she was
corrected
asked
her
to
therapist
leave
by saying, actually, he
because he had
did
to
suggest
get up
going
early.
for a hike. And then we actually did leave the house and go to the hiking trail. And we only returned after she agreed to because it was getting dark. Another thing she never acknowledged, the reason it was getting dark is why we came back was because she showed up over 30 minutes late to the date in the first place. So instead of being honest about this or clarifying it or correcting it at all, she then took the therapist's responses, amongst others, and then sent them to her friends and family members. Objectively speaking, this can be considered very problematic because she essentially gave an inaccurate statement to the therapist, which then elicits responses based on these false details. And then instead of correcting them, she uses them as authoritative proof that something happened to her that didn't actually happen. But all of this was under false pretenses from false information. And this was not cleared up and corrected until nearly 4 years later at trial in 2024. At that point, all these communications and the eventual false accusation had already happened.
Bro,
the damage had already been
how?
done because amongst all of the other inaccurate statements made to the therapist, this completely colored the therapist's perception of what actually happened leading to her convincing the accuser I was
Appreciate
a skilled
you, dude.
predator.
Thank you for that
I've done
streak,
this to
my
multiple
man.
people, amongst other things, such as she's not the first, as somebody that's never met me and knows absolutely nothing about me, to intentionally put out false information to someone and then take what they said in response and use that as an authoritative source to influence friends and family. And this is just a small taste. I highly recommend you go through the April 18th testimony. Everything's in there and it is shocking. Okay, moving on. Next, when giving her original statements to the police, she said that oral sex lasted 5 to 10 minutes, but also that the consent video incident happened about 1 minute into the oral sex, and then our brief conversation about it was approximately 1 minute long. So this timeline would imply that oral sex resumed afterwards to fill up the remaining 3 to 8 minutes. At trial on April 12th, she said that after the consent video, she immediately stood up and successfully put her clothes on and claimed that she tried to leave. But then, during cross-examination on April 17th, she acknowledged there could have been more time for oral sex, and it was possible that it continued. My lawyer, okay, but then you'll also agree with me that even after he put his phone away, that you continue to engage with him in oral sex. Accuser, I don't remember. Lawyer, okay, well, let's talk about timing here because you said the oral sex lasts between 5 and 10 minutes, right? Accuser, yes. And the incident with the phone happened about a minute or two into the oral sex, right? Accuser, yes. So therefore, there was more time for oral sex. Accuser, there could have been. Lawyer, okay, it's possible that it continued, right? Accuser, it's possible. I'm not even going to say my version of events, okay? This is her version versus her own version. This completely contradicts her other version of events about getting up, putting her clothes on, and then trying to leave. From the appeal. In chief, April 12th, the accuser testified that once Mr. Densmore took out his phone, she stood up, starting to put her shirt on, looking for her purse. Remember the purse for later. On April 17th, when trial counsel asked the accuser whether she continued to engage with him in oral sex, after his phone was put away, she claimed that she did not remember, in addition to there could have been time. Upon further questioning on April 18th, the accuser conceded that it was possible that she performed additional fellatio following the phone incident. This is a massive contradiction because if oral sex continued, which is what actually happened, that would mean all of the things she said about getting up, putting her clothes on, and trying to leave was completely fabricated. Look at the transcripts. Moving on. There was further conflicting evidence in regards to her retrieving and putting her shirt on. This is from April 18th, after my lawyer has been asking her about when we had sex. And then I asked where the bathroom was and left the room. Why would you need to ask for the washroom? He's already showed you where it was before he got to his room. Accuser, he did. I guess that was my way of telling him I needed to use the washroom. A little further down. So you'll agree with me that according to you, those are the first words spoken by you or him since you had...
But they're not doubling down. Like, they're doubling down to a degree, but then they're changing their story. And then changing their story. And proving constant inconsistencies in everything they're saying. Just lying. I mean, he's at least making a great point to it. You know what I mean? Like, the fact that he's got all this. It's just wild, though, that Canadian law doesn't require there literally to be any evidence to fucking prosecute. And for those trying to defend themselves when they're innocent, they've made it nearly impossible. Bro, wild.
had that little exchange.
So instead, I get to have my life destroyed over some piece of shit that's abusing a system to do this to people. And this shit all started with him letting her know after they were all done that, you know, that she had to go because he had to get up early the next day. That's how it started. You're on Tinder looking to hook up with people, go over to hook up with said person that you seeked out previously while he was filming and doing other shit, peak of his career, you know, on YouTube, just to go hook up with him because you drove 30 fucking minutes to go see him, and then it doesn't end how you want, so hey, let's destroy his life. Oh, by the way, you can't defend yourself. We'll make it impossible for you to find any fucking sort of evidence that contradicts anything they say. Wild. Wild. I could not even imagine living in a place that wouldn't even let you defend yourself after some wild accusation. Bro, that'd be like, hey, that person killed somebody I know. And they just get arrested, no defense, not even an investigation of any sort. What? I gotta be missing something.
About the phone, correct? Accuser, I believe that he did say
me.
something when I was putting on my shirt. Remember that. I don't remember what it was, but I remember kind of awkwardly laughing. My lawyer, okay, so now you remember that, right? But you didn't remember it before. Accuser, I don't remember what he said. I remember not responding to him talking though. Lawyer, well, you did. You said you laughed. Accuser, yes. Lawyer, so that was a response, right? Accuser, okay, yes. So, aside from the earlier statements about total silence, which we've gone over, the inaccuracy here is in her earlier version of events, she claimed to have stopped Wilson, stood up, and already had put her shirt on. From April 12th, accuser, I'm still sitting down, but when he went to go put his phone down, he had kind of removed or stopped standing directly in front of me with his feet on both my sides. So I kind of had a way to stand up and create distance between us. So I did that. And then I started putting my shirt back on, looking for my purse. My lawyer, did you indeed put your clothes back on? Accuser, I did. But here on April 18th, aside from the different
Art looking real different. You're fucking funny,
there was
JB.
also a major discrepancy that actually shows even more
I was
credibility
literally
towards
checking out
the
this shit, and then I got
actually
drawn in
continuing,
because
which is what
motherfucking
actually
dude.
happened. Because after penetration,
This dude be fucking getting accused of doing something, sexual assault. He lives in Canada, and you can't even defend yourself, and it doesn't require any evidence whatsoever to accuse anybody. And it's a system that gets abused. It's fucking wow. Hey man, if you got hit with that shit yesterday, my bad. What shit? I'm confused. What shit? Oh, J. Oh, not you. God, who was it? Who was it? Somebody messaged me saying they think that your shit got hacked. I was like, something was going off, bro. It was just like doo 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 doo. I was like, ah, fucking a, who got hacked? That's literally the first thing I thought. And somebody said something I'm like, ah, shit. They may not have said you directly, but they're like, it sounds like somebody's cord got hacked. It could have been somebody that did know who you were. I don't know. It could have been from stream. Yeah, I've had it happen to mine. Unfortunately. Knock on wood, bro. It's gonna happen. I shouldn't say that. Probably won't. All right, oh wow, we're only halfway. Okay, yeah, Well, that was the first time I've had it hacked like that. Well, bought. Like, I mean, it was botted. That's what it was. Let me get you guys shoutouts.
Anyway,
I got distracted. Storing shield.
Go here. Hurry.
there we go. That's what I was trying to
Wait
get.
up.
Basketball
Bruh, this
sparkles.
Tell me what.
What fun.
Bro,
Yeehaw!
we weren't even talking about the gaming.
Oh, that was great. Oh, shut up.
Bro. Fucking Destiny. Some Apex.
I broke one. That's
Nice. That was a good one. That's fucking funny. But yeah, man. All right, we're gonna. I've got some crazy clips over the years. I guess I should check my Discord really quick to see if I missed anything. I haven't even launched my Discord today. Here, let's get our bong ripper going too. Haven't even done a bong rip to get the shit show started. I am slacking today. This shit drew me in. Would you scream like a little girl? All right, I'll do two. Cheers. Well, I mean, I just smoked a couple bowls. I feel like it's been a while. There's only a handful of people that I've seen Visage clips, and Jeremy is one of them. There's one other. I can't think of who they are. Might have been Pudge. All right, one more. Cheers. Man, I screamed like a bitch. J Black, LOL, J Black, LOL. Bro, y'all missed it if you weren't here yesterday. Neighbors were fucking going crazy, like yelling. Oh, you'll have to whisper it to me. Speaking of, somebody whispered me a clip yesterday, and I totally forgot to fucking go look at it. AKA, shit, fuck. Whisper. No. Yeah, I can't remember. Bro. What the fuck am I? Oh, that's why. What
Hey.
kind of pressure?
Good.
That's funny. Cheers out there. What up?
At Arctic Fluffy Wuffy Dunlo hello.
Fluffy?
Snooze that damn ad.
Peer pressure, do it. Right? I didn't see no
Peter
snooze.
pressure? What now?
You're putting pressure on my Peter.
Why would you do that? That's like sadistic.
It's like masturbation, actually.
Jabar.
Feels like home.
What up J Beazle? What? Did I join in on?
None.
We got a 2K man, I sent you a 2K friend request.
Hell yeah.
Bad Intel asked me, can you compare Doom Lord's keelback spaceship to a modern RV? Are the keelback elite dangerous, charming?
Got you,
Hank
JB.
says, my anxiety is kicking LBRB, gotta calm it down.
Zero gravity. It's like comparing a modern RV to
Hey,
a
bud.
minivan with aspirations
Just
of
take-
being an 18-wheel.
Hey, you feeling that way? The best way I can offer advice is breathing. Taking deep breaths in, letting them out slowly. You know, sometimes the best thing to do is distract yourself with something else too. But breathing and just letting go with each breath, like, it's really the only way that I have handled things without medicine.
I'll see you guys later, Raw.
Hey, I appreciate you, Fluffy, for coming in.
I do that with bong rips.
I hope you're having a beautiful day. I hope you're having a good one. With the bong rips here. Hold on one second. Let me start this back.
Bad Intel asked me, can you compare Doom Lord's keelback spaceship to a modern RV? Are the keelback elite dangerous, charming attempt at making a multi-role spaceship that handles like a brick in zero gravity? It's like comparing a modern RV to a souped-up minivan with aspirations of being an 18-wheeler. Both will get you from point A to B, but one just does it with the grace of a hippo on roller skates. Perfect for hauling cargo, but don't expect a comfortable cruise.
That's fucking great. That's good. Let's see.
The TDSAI reps onces can be hilarious at times. Wow, I can't type.
There's a hammer hanging down below you. Yeah, it's hanging off your legs. It just looked like a hammer, like, dangling in the air behind you. There's a hammer hanging down below you. Oh yeah, it's hanging down right there. Yeah, it's hanging off your legs. That's funny. Oh my god. Doomlord clip this shit. Pew, 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 pew. Where is it? This one? Which fucking way do I go here? Nope.
Hi.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Dooms killed him right as I walked in. Not even a try. Do not even try.
Def gotta aminal party with you guys again.
Yes.
Hi.
Oh my. Hi. Stabs. Oh, what was this one?
It always gets hectic, J Black LOL.
I haven't seen. Oh, this. Oh shit! Fuck, I'm dead. I'm dead, bro.
RIP.
Let's see this one.
He just wants to touch my booty.
He just wants to lick its
Big old
anus.
slap. She turned around and gave that big booty a slap.
Big booty, yeah.
Flow. Next thing you know, shorty got low.
Your facial expression is what got me. Well, you should have clipped it. That's crap on a fish.
Let's do it. Let's big energy. That's right, Tip. Big energy.
We got you, buddy.
There is a clip I made of Ark recently of you guys running around with no character models for like 30 seconds.
Oh shit. Wait, why is it targeting me? What the fuck?
Because fuck you.
I did nothing.
Was hilarious.
Take that, carrot.
I did nothing, bro.
Just floating guns.
Oh shit, literally I
What? See, I'm trying to. I haven't seen a lot of these clips.
Who's the other guy?
The tactical potato.
The sleeping potatoes are yummy.
Tank says, I'm back, it's gone now.
Pepper. Oh, good thing I don't sleep.
Oh yeah, dude.
Sleeping radish. You son of a bitch. That's where you crossed the line. I'm sorry. I'll take it back. It's alright. It's alright. Just don't do it again, sweetheart. I'll let it slide this time, but if you bring that shit up again,
Who just? No, I love you. Oh my god. Is that one right there? Hold on, right there? Oh. Yeah. Oh my god. Huh?
Mine looks weird because of my nails.
Right? Yeah. Oh my god. You're gonna clip it? Oh, the sign.
No shit. Left you
It's going after Lefty.
That thing was hauling ass after him. Got it. Holy shit.
That was funny.
That thing was
I forgot about that. BMG Rodeo. Oh my god, I forgot about this. Worth it. Worth it. Hold on. Hide. I'll be there in 1 second.
Not make that to a clip. I will hurt you. I cannot make it into a clip. My stream is lagging too much.
Someone's got to clip it on my end or something. Hold on. Let me see if I can push the button and it'll do it. Oh, I got it in time. Wild. I got it actually at the perfect time. I didn't even get to fucking adjust that. That's wild. Oh, yeah.
He's in game chat.
Crazy timing.
Fucking fix my shit. Unmute.
That's fucking bullshit.
Oh, there he is. What happened to Discord?
Where we jumping at? Over there?
No, we're going down. We're going down this thing. Oh my god.
pussy.
Now you can't go to the loot spot.
The murder ladder.
The murder ladder. This is the ladder to paradise. Whoa, did that thing jumped over you and blew up behind you? Whoa, did that thing jumped over you and blew up behind you? I gotta fucking clip that later.
I wondered what.
That wasn't the right clip. Ow! Ow! Oh my god! Oh, what the fuck is it? I forgot about this one. I just started getting lit up and then another one lit me up. I didn't even know. That was so funny. I forgot about that shit. Be very, very quiet. Son of a bitch! Fuck him. That was wild. I forgot about that. Fucking A. Bunch of repo clips. Holy shit. Holy crap, dude. $4 years ago. My god. Hold on. Dude, there's so many clips. Oh my god. I've changed my stream up so much, so many fucking times. It's wild. Oh. Is it this clip or the next one? Yes, this clip. So great.
Yeah, I sniped.
Oh, nope, it's this one. This one has the full.
Down the dude in the helicopter.
We were lighting these dudes up. He was down below, I was up above. People were parachuting in. We just kept on fucking them up.
Down one.
I forgot about that. That was a good one. Which one was it?
Victory Screech.
Oh yeah, I forgot there's the double kill. That one. Watch this shit. It shot the one right behind him that he had seen. This guy and this guy at the same time. Douche! That was a wild one. I forgot about that shot. Oh my god.
Victory Screech olalalal.
Oh my god. Kaleidoscope. This is, I think, is the continuation, yeah.
Kaleidoscope. Kill iteration.
Holy shit.
Collection agency.
Collection agency. Good old days. Good old days, man. Oh shit, there's another one. OG Splitgate. My god, I missed so many shots.
Damn right. Get that shit. What the fuck? Clip that motherfucker. Holy crap.
That was a mid clip. That was mid. Okay, we're done with that. Sorry guys. I'm getting distracted. This is what happens when you get stoned with Stoner. He goes on fucking adventures. Let's go on a different adventure now. Get my ass cheeks clippity clapped.
I do the same.
Okay. I do the same. Eh. Did I go in with that volcano? I did. I lost a volcano last night before I got off. I forgot. Okay. That's 8 reloads. Should be good. I feel like I need something for fucking arc. I don't have any fucking... Let's make an anvil. And I was making a bunch of money last night. Fucking people up. Run it with the 120. Okay, sorry, I had to respond to my daughter's mom. Okay. Four missed alarms this morning. Damn. Oh, Glorb's got a new song, guys. Glorb's got a new song. Okay, I need to stop looking at this shit. I might get distracted. Again. Alright, we got 2 rounds there, 2 rounds there. We got that there. I think that's all I can do right now. Can't take that. Alright, be right back. Gotta piss. Wanted to make sure to say Happy Mother's Day to anybody out there that is a mother. We appreciate you for giving birth to those that we have become. Without y'all giving birth, we would still just be a little dude in some dude's, balls. Or bottom of a toilet. Maybe even a sock. Never know. I don't judge. Clean up your fucking...
Adjusted to the dark yet, Raider. Loot is ripe for the picking while most of Toledo is asleep. So my suppliers say that Ark is twice as vigilant after sunset.
Go to the tennis court.
People already getting lit up. Sorry. So the question is, should I go there?
Good goop.
Oh, I just started, so we'll see. Nothing crazy yet. Don't even have anything for it.
Hopefully good goop today.
Fuck you. Oh, it's down below. Had me fucked up for a second. Damn, they coming down. Oh my god. Aw, what the fuck? Yeah, hopefully good goop. Hopefully. Oh my god. I didn't even know that thing was here. The fuck's being shot? So what do you do, guys?
Head home at the customs elevator.
Well, that's a horrible idea.
Huh.
Raider, down there. Raider, by the seaside elevator.
Shit. Fuck me. God, there's so many fucking arc. Oh, bro, there's no way.
Yo, how's it going, broski?
Fucking wild, BMG.
I mean, that's always a great time, haha. N.
Oh my god. Just not gonna get out of here, boys.
I'm just chilling, about to head outside to smoke this bliggity with the lady before I hop on some windrows for a bit. BMG, what's up?
Hell yeah, man.
At just Grim007, yo, how's it going, brother?
All Raiders, we have ARC on screen. 5 minutes left. Go find a way home. I repeat, 5 minutes.
At Beamcoming 68, good chilling, playing some nostalgia, having a cheers.
Hey dude, you wanna come and take off this turbine with us before you go?
We're near
Are we far enough away from it?
It's yeah, and it keeps landing in this whole vaporizer. Be careful, vaporizer is coming this way. Southeast. Yeah, dude.
Oh, I see it.
Expo, that's why.
It should de-aggro. He'll drop, he'll drop. Ah, shit.
Nah, I took him to one of the turbines for the vaporizer.
Alright, coming. Shit. Are you able to make it? Or do it. Come on. I'm launching it.
Oh, good.
GG's, man. Be safe. Nosta. Oh shit! You loaded. I forgot you said you downloaded that shit, Grim. Fuck. That was like a half hostile, half not hostile fucking lobby. Forgot how slow that motherfucker is without it being upgraded. Eh, just toss it down. Graham, I was telling Sev that we gotta run some shit. Trying to get this damage shit done, but then after that I'm like, dude, I'm willing to go all fucking in and just fuck some people up. I was having fun the other day with him, just lighting motherfuckers up.
What will it be this time? Here, take it.
40 more.
Sure, take it. No, you can't take any up to the captain range.
You're in luck. I just finished restocking. And by restocking, I mean reorganizing the piles of junk around here. You know, I read somewhere humans blink 20 times a minute. I've been practicing, but...
Shut up. No one cares what you're practicing. Oh, this right here. I was like, what was I repairing? Alright, good on that, good on that. I need a key for the booty. Booty, booty, booty. Oh, excuse me. Alright, be right back. I gotta piss. I'm gonna hit my vape as well. Alright. Bro, Doomlord, if you're still out there, fucking, if you, I don't know if you keep up with the manga or not on One Piece, but bro, shit's about to be fucking crazy. Hella fucking crazy. Alright, let's go in with this. I'll do that if my rank goes any lower. Or if I sell all my ships too. They just take up so many spots. Why don't you make it so they're like stacked? You know, I wonder if I go in with one, if I extract with it, if it still counts towards... Should we find out? We'll wait. We'll wait. We'll wait. Wait, we want an extended barrel. That's what I was thinking about earlier, because I was like, damn, I was having a hard time. Having a hard time with hitting that dude further away. Dun, 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 dun. Fuck it. It's the last day for me anyways. Let's lock it in, boys. See, we only got 5 hours. Well, sorry, 6 hours because 7 hours from here. Hold on. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 10. Yeah. To 11. So I might have an extra hour. I might be able to get 6 hours in. Let's see where we're at. Raider. Projects. Cancel. Oh, shit. I'm almost there, so that would be 75,000-ish. Having a cheers. I will double down on that one there, sir. Cheers, cheers, you beautiful motherfuckers.
I did my damage and ain't been back on since.
Friendly.
You're good, I just loaded in, brother.
Yeah, same.
Oh, I guess it started the fucking match. Everybody just loaded in. Yeah, I'm trying to get my damage done.
Yeah, same. I don't know. I feel like 4 to 5 games is not at the start these days.
Yeah. I've been getting like 22 minutes in, 16 minutes in.
Yeah. Although I will say for the damage stuff, that's not always bad.
No. Get a little bit of time by yourself.
Hopefully we get those, I always forget the name of the peak slice things that come down.
If that turbine comes down, I should almost be able to get enough of my damage.
Yeah, I was long ranging those earlier and it did so much, but I haven't seen them again.
Yeah, one was at the night raid I was just in.
Ooh, night raid is ballsy during this.
Oh, dude, it's fucking wild.
Oh, hello.
Yo, what up? Getting this damage.
You shooting the sleeper?
Yeah, I did
Oh, fuck yeah. Help you with that shit.
Okay, why does that
Oh, shit. There's a big boy over here, too. Big boomer. There we go. Got that out of there, too. If you need that, there should be a comment thing if you guys need it.
Oops.
Damn, son, 140 stream streak. Fuck yeah, attack.
Those things come down at 15 minutes, right?
Yeah, with a little less than 15 minutes left. It was about like 13, the last one I was in. Between 13 and 14.
Tax up sexy.
The turbine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys trying to kill that?
Yeah, if it
I mean,
shows.
you're just getting damage, but that's really good for damage.
Rolling on the floor laughing face with tears of joy. Rolling on the floor laughing face with tears of joy.
Looks like there's a
Windy.
bombardier over there. Might
Sup tray tray.
go for that. This direction. There's the spotters right here, so it's got to be nearby. Yep, there it is. I see it. Whoa, why am I climbing a tree?
Kind of rough cover, but yeah, it might start.
Oh no, I was gonna go down there. I was just getting those spotters out of the way, so I didn't have to deal with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really want to be on an area for a bombardier.
No, too open. Should be able to get it through this ship though.
Open the door.
No way, bro. Not even showing, dude. There should be no way why they could see you before you're even there. That's weird. Oh no! Shit! No, see, look! I didn't even peek around the corner yet. Bullshit! Cheating ass fucking arc. Jesus. This side might be a better cover.
Oh, that's dead. Oh.
Oh shit, it's dead. Nice. I didn't even realize. Wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, I got a decent as well if you guys need it.
Nothing dead?
Yeah.
Yep, we got it.
Oh. I'm gonna go grab some of those power cells.
Yeah, I need some.
I fucking use.
There's a bastion. There's a bastion over by the crane. You can easy.
Oh shit. Big bet.
I feel like the Bastion's far easier than Bombardier too.
Aw, that's lame. Advanced power cells only reduced to 1. Do you guys need the Bombardier cells?
Nah, I'm about to reset.
Yeah, same. That's why I was like, I'll drop them for whoever. All it is extra cash for me to spend in the store, really.
You guys want to take out this Bastion over here?
Yeah, yeah. I'm down. Holy crap. Whoa, I'm floating. Oh, okay.
Wait, where?
Oh, yeah, I was floating up in the sky for a second.
There's a vaporizer semi-close, but it's going away. Never mind.
We can always pull it back, too. Jeez. They must have changed the fucking loot table for this. There's no way there should be 6 of these frickin' cells in here.
Wait, you got 6?
Yeah, there was 6 in here.
I think the most I've got is 3.
I know, that's what I'm
I
saying.
got 4, but
That's just so many, though.
I don't think I've ever seen 6 in one.
No, that's wild. Oh, I see him. Yeah. Well, I'll play on the other side so we can just ping pong it, pretty much.
At Beamgaming 68 YOLO.
He hasn't fired at us, so I think we're good, but...
I'll pay attention.
At Trade is Aleppo Rizal YOLO. What's up, brother?
Oh no, there's 2 of them. Oh Lord. Oh my God.
I'm on my way, man.
Dude, 2 of...
I saw that. I tried to shoot him, but it got you right at the end there.
Oh man, appreciate it. That was funny.
Grab my ears while you fuck my butt. Yup.
And then a... More shot. Come on. There we go.
Why did that thing just take so many rounds?
Why? Alright, now it's got attention. Yeah, I'm good now, I'm good. I'm about to recycle some of those so I can get some power cells here.
Oh, dude, I just used my last one. Hey, you have a defib guy? Where'd you go?
I don't. Let me see. I can't even craft them in
Oh
here.
shit, Bastion drone.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Careful.
I brought 2 and they both got used.
Shit.
Okay, good luck, guys.
Hey, no!
Oh, damn it. Well, before we start, I feel like I do saying it, but before we start, let's see if he had any.
Yeah.
In case one of us gets taken out. Dude, I'm so sick of those things.
I know. Damn, no. No, not even any of the things. He has a wolf pack on there if you want it. I gotta get into cover if that vaporizer gonna fuck around.
Oh shit, I didn't even realize that was above us, yeah. If we want, we can take that thing out first with some cover.
Well, if it... If it goes away, that's fine for a second.
Alright, so we gotta be careful because neither of us have defibs anymore.
Yeah, let me get this here too.
Alright, I'm gonna try and go to the other pillars there. Maybe we can get it to bounce back and forth here.
Yeah. I'll try to pull aggro if it targets you.
Oh shit, that vehicle is literally behind.
Okay, we can make it come back. Come on, buddy. Yep. Hell yeah.
Be careful. I think somebody might have taken a pot shot at me, so. Oh shit. Be careful. Yeah, I couldn't fully tell if someone did. Might have shot at me.
Alright. We'll keep an eye.
I've seen another one that comes out.
There we go, get that shit. Holy crap. Careful. Yeah, that's gonna happen. Dude, I freaking love that gun. It's so fucking great.
Did I just hear someone else talk?
No, that was me.
I thought I heard someone else pitching. Alright, yeah. You good?
Yeah.
I think so.
Oh, see, like, even the legs, like, everything I've checked, like, so far has pretty much had one. Oh, fucking A. Was somebody.
You know where it was coming from? Oh, there's a thing on him. Where is that? You gotta be up in those crates there.
Yeah.
You good?
Yep. Trying to find him. I might try going up.
Yeah, I'm not seeing him anywhere.
It could be in that tower or up above.
Yeah, it's either can get him or we can just move somewhere else and get more damage.
See, I'm not a fan of people ratting.
Me neither. Yeah, fuck it, it's last day.
Turn to Speranza. I repeat, 10 minutes.
Alright, you're in that outfit.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that makes it easy, actually.
You might have ran for the extra.
Above us. He's on that metal platform right there.
No, I'm not. Why are you lying?
I don't know. Why you ratting? Yeah. Or you could just not be a rat. That'd be cool.
Why did you come kill me? And you get cash.
Okay.
He's gone. How the hell did you get in that bag?
Oh man.
He's down, he's down.
Imagine trying to be a rat and just being horrible at it.
You
Man,
Yeah,
you should be a better rat, man.
He used the whatchamacallit, and I went around while he was snapping up.
Yeah. Well, I put a snap. Yeah.
Well, good fight.
Zip line.
Yeah.
Good fight.
Hanks says, LOL.
Nice outfit, by the way.
Bye.
Careful, vaporizer.
Doesn't really have much. He has some medium ammo and a couple power cells if you need it.
I will take that.
Nice. I heard you use the snap hook and I was like, oh, nice.
Well, I used the zip line. I just tossed one up right here. Yeah, I just put it up right here.
If you do that, I was like, oh, he's gonna turn to you because he hears.
Yep, exactly. I was hoping you'd push without me having to say anything. That was perfect, bro.
Yep, I got it.
Oh yeah.
Tank
Let's see,
says,
where's the
that's
last-
cool,
the
you
last
got
section
some
over
people
there.
with you.
All right, well we can pull this fucking vape.
Oh, I hate this camera, dude. There's a couple little arc with it.
Oh, why is it going through the wall? Stop that.
Alright, I'm gonna stick out this window. You're good, right?
Yeah, I'm good. Oh shit, that was close.
The glare, the fucking glare looks.
Oh shit.
I'm just gonna get these spotter things. They're making it really annoying.
Yeah. Dude, I'm on my last bit of health, I guess. Oh no.
Did it go down?
The vaporizer, yes.
Alright, we gotta get out of here.
Yeah, we do. Alright. Alright. No way. Oh no. No. Oh shit, I'm down. It's alright. I might be able to make it. Let's see if I can do it all in one good push. Cause I don't think, oh. No, that hatch is up there.
I can't heal you, can I?
You can to stabilize, but there is people coming. Or not people, Ark.
Does that do anything?
I just stopped it for a second.
Okay, hang on.
Let's see. 52, 50. Oh shit. We might. Come on, we got this.
I don't know if you're gonna make this, man.
Push it. Push it quick. Push, 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 push. No. Oh. That was so close. We're gonna send a friend request. They were cool people. They were cool people. Trey. Damn, son. At least it keeps your fucking shit. Apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. Hey, GG's, man. That was so close. That was so close.
That fucking...
Dude, that turret, bro.
I was like out of everywhere, the fucking turret right here.
I know. I was literally, if I had literally 2 more seconds, I could have pushed that button just in time.
God.
That was close. That was close.
Well, anyways, I gotta get off for some for dinner. For
Oh,
Mother's Day.
no, you're good, man. Yeah, I just like, dude, GG's, man. I appreciate the help too.
Yeah, maybe I'll see you around.
Yeah, man. Definitely, man.
Good game, man.
Yeah, GG's, bye. Good peeps. Man, that was fucking funny. That was funny. All right. Any medium mags?
Tank says, that was a good game last round.
Yeah.
Keep your enemies waiting.
There you go. Thanks.
Tank says, damn it's pouring down rain here right now lol.
Damn. All right. Okay. Got those. That might be my best one to go to. Give me 1 second. Sorry. Did I bring a key? Okay, I did.
Raider flare.
Tank says, thanks for your suggestions about calming down my anxiety though, Stoner. I appreciate it.
No problem, buddy. wanna rat at me from the start? Fuck you, pussy. Wasting my time. Damn.
Fuck is up with screaming kids lately?
My lord. Okay. Let's drop some of it. Alright, we'll launch it here in 1 second. Let me step away, use the bathroom. Not use the bathroom, go vape. So I was gonna step out and vape. God.
Creative sex
Be right back.
completed, she claimed, I believe that he did say something when I was putting on my shirt. But why would you put your shirt back on if it's already on? If you got up after oral, like you said in your original statements on April 12th, then your shirt would have already been on. Question, did you leave the bedroom? Accuser, no. He came up to me, started kissing me, put his fingers inside of me again, and then kind of quickly pushed me onto the bed so my stomach was on the bed, and then he lifted my dress up and put his penis in me. In this version, she had already put her shirt and clothes fully back on. There was no shirt removal, but then I came over and forced her on the bed and penetrated her. So on April 12th, the shirt is already on for the penetration. After getting dressed and trying to leave on April 18th, in addition to the oral sex continuing, the shirt was only put on after the penetrative sex, while awkwardly laughing about something I said. So if you were telling the truth about getting up and putting your shirt back on after oral, then the shirt would already be on. These are just a few of the inconsistencies between her statement to the police, her testimony, and her cross-examination. There were many, many more. If I included them all in this video, it would be several hours long. These inconsistencies, inaccuracies, whatever you'd like to call them, are not in comparison to my statements or testimony. All of these things are her word versus her own word. These are not even taking into consideration my testimony, where I disagree with basically everything she's claiming. Even being as polite as possible, there is an alarming pattern of changing stories, contradicting, and even fabricating physical evidence to depict an aggressive encounter that simply didn't happen. There are dozens of instances from this person that clearly lower their credibility, or to be blunt, outright disqualify their credibility. And to put it simply, that is what reasonable doubt is. What started as a concern about a potential video needed a description of a non-consensual, aggressive encounter in order to get a warrant to access my phone. And the accuser herself conceded during cross-examination that many points in her initial statement were not true. I stated this earlier, but it needs to be said again. The accuser was encouraged to go forward by her friends, family, and therapist. The issue, though, is that she told her therapist, as well as her friends and family, not what actually happened. Inaccurate information. And that became the narrative, that I was some kind of assailant. And amongst many other inaccurate statements and downright things that just didn't happen that were shared with the therapist is what led to the therapist encouraging her to go forward with charges. And there's a lot more on that I'm not going to get into in this video because I don't want to get myself in trouble, but it's crazy. Bottom line is, this encouragement was based on incomplete, inaccurate, and fabricated information. The pressure then accumulated substantially into several other motives. From the appeal. In the months following their encounter, the accuser faced extensive pressure from her friends, family, and therapist to press charges against Mr. Densmore. According to her therapist, Mr. Densmore was a predator who was skilled in making small changes to their plans until she was in his apartment and had likely done this before. The accuser received similar feedback from her friends, mother, and stepfather who, despite never meeting Mr. Densmore, their only idea about me, by the way, is my crazy YouTube videos. So you can imagine what that looked like. Despite never meeting Mr. Densmore, told her that she needed to press charges against Jack because otherwise she was letting him do that to other girls. This pressure culminated in the accuser admitting to feeling guilty that if she didn't take any legal type of action, she would be responsible for him doing this to other girls. Cross-examination of the accuser, trial transcript, April 2024. Moving on, In addition to these factors, there was another major issue with this person's credibility. In multiple private emails with her therapist, this person admitted to making her entire story up. I legally cannot share the full emails, but it's in her testimony, and she confirmed multiple times that these emails were read correctly, accurately, and that she did say these things. This is all available in cross-examination from April 18th, as well as highlighted in closing arguments on May 31st. This was particularly devastating for me, my friends, and my family to have to sit through. And this is why I'm so shocked that I even had to go to trial in the first place, because from day one, there was reasonable doubt, and the person to have that reasonable doubt was her. Now, as somebody that has been a victim of assault myself, I know what it's like to feel like you're in denial about what happened to you, and you do have thoughts like, am I making this all up, right? But this is so much more than that. And remember, credibility is essentially the only available thing for the defense to question in a he said, she said trial with no evidence. So if changing your story numerous times, potential collusion from therapists and others influencing you, admissions of potentially making your story up, concerns of a video, and other multiple motives to fabricate, as well as direct evidence of fabricating physical evidence, and for lack of better words, a continuous inability to recall basic facts and testify credibly isn't reasonable doubt, then what even is reasonable doubt? Seriously, if this isn't reasonable doubt, then what is? What can anybody in this position do if they somehow can choose to ignore all of that? Think about if what was happening to me was happening to you, or your partner, or your brother, your sister, your dad, your friend, and then go over everything. Is there a lack of credibility? And if so, is this lack of credibility enough for reasonable doubt? As we were reading the transcripts, there were multiple motives to fabricate. We concluded that the main one was she thought I still had a photo or video of her, and for whatever reason, thought that I was actually going to post it online. It goes without saying, I would never post, publish, or share a consent video online. That would not only be a gross violation of personal privacy, but it would literally be a crime and career suicide. And there's absolutely no reason for me to ever do that. With that being said, if I'm being very objective and very polite here, I can maybe kind of understand the potential worry that they had that I would. During the trial, this person acknowledged that she was familiar with my videos, and she even described them on April 17th as the subject matter was about drinking, interviewing girls, hitting on girls, despite most of my videos being pranks that had nothing to do with these things. With that being said, the video she was in before, McMaster Hoko 2019, was essentially a 45-minute satire documentary about a massive street party where I'm wearing a crown and shotgunning beers with fans. And in that video, it's a bunch of interviews about drinking, partying, sex, day kills, and that kind of thing. So anecdotally, that was the only experience she had of being in a previous video of mine. Upon arriving at my house, she texted her friends saying, I think it's a joke. I think he's gonna prank me. So it seems like even before meeting me, there was an anxiety that there was somehow a possibility of being pranked. And of course, I had no idea of this. Anyways, from 2017 until 2021, I was known for posting wild party content on my social media that some considered very vulgar and controversial. I've even gone to events like Pride and done interviews with like dozens of naked people, and I always made sure to censor every potential inappropriate thing. With that being said though, I filmed hundreds of these videos where I would go and I would do pranks, interviews, especially interviews at nightclubs, and many people faced severe repercussions just from appearing in my videos. Multiple videos, guys and girls, were exposed for cheating on their partners, and this is why I started filming these consent videos when I would do pranks, because essentially, if you film a video like a prank, you would go up to the person afterwards, be like, hey, my friend's over there, he's filming, this was all a prank. Is it okay if we use this clip for YouTube? And you ask them this because If they say yes, then you're allowed to post it online, right? And if you don't, they could potentially decide later, oh, I don't want that clip online. And then they can report the video and get it taken down. And this can result in you losing your YouTube channel. If you have a brand deal with the video, you can lose thousands of dollars. And also, you're not trying to like humiliate this person online and ruin their lives. So that's why, as pranksters, we go up and we get consent videos. Interview videos are a little different because when you speak into a microphone, it's implied consent, so you don't need to get consent. This is why I would have so many videos of people saying ridiculous things. Then they would end up getting in a lot of trouble and they'd try to get the videos removed. But it's like, dude, you shouldn't have spoken into a microphone in a video at a nightclub, right? So this happened for years. And this is actually what gave me so much anxiety. And as my channel got bigger and bigger, I started butting heads with the city, with the universities, with the newspapers. And when I would do my Hoko videos, multiple students were suspended from sports teams and even fined thousands of dollars by the government just for appearing in my videos. Literally. I know that this is not what this video is about, but I really want to hammer this point home, guys. On one occasion in particular, I filmed interviews and it went viral. And then it circulated around that town and 3 people ended up getting fired from their jobs. 3 people. Because they said vulgar things into the microphone, which I thought were just harmless, funny things to say. This was in 2019. So as much as I'm just like a young guy having fun, doing funny shit, making videos that were meant to be entertaining and fun, on occasion, there were real consequences for people. And I never wanted that. This is why I would make sure to get consent. Because not only do I not want to get things taken down or potentially sued, but also I don't want to ruin people's lives for the sake of content. And at a certain point, I started to feel this every time I was filming prank videos. And I moved away from pranks and interviews entirely. And I started making self-development content on a completely new channel. I wanted to focus on self-improvement and actually helping people and writing before I moved off of YouTube and into making movies. Because that's my long-term goal, acting and making movies. With all that being said, being featured in a prank or a Hoko video or an interview is still a totally different thing than having an intimate consent video published online. It's never happened before, and it never will. On May 28th, we tried to introduce these as evidence at trial to show clear examples to the judge of what a consent video is, because that's what we were concerned, that this judge would have no idea what we were talking about. My lawyer even showed one of these videos to the prosecutor, the Crown. After seeing it, he fought even harder to make sure that it was not allowed to be introduced as evidence. The judge then decided not to allow us to use any consent videos as evidence at trial. But then, at the same time, in closing arguments and the eventual judgment, both the Crown and the judge dismissed the legitimacy of consent videos being a real thing. The judge even said, "I reject the evidence of the accused that he was making a consent video, whatever that really is." And I'm gonna be really careful with my words here, because I want to say this in the most respectful way possible, okay? It's very important to consider if the person making these literally life-altering decisions should be someone who understands these type of things, and in particular, this extremely recent cultural moment that we are all currently going through, especially back in 2020 in a post-Me Too era. I'm not saying this to discredit judges, okay? Most judges are legitimate, brilliant, like super geniuses. That's why there's so few judges, because it's incredibly hard to do. So while being as respectful as possible, what I'm saying is that my generation, it's different now. We live in an era of mass surveillance, media, police body cams, consent videos, social media fame, cancel culture, in addition to hookup culture. There's a lot going on, and it is incredibly confusing to navigate this world as a young person, especially as a public figure, which is under increased scrutiny with your reputation and protecting that reputation. Because we all know what happens if somebody gets any kind of accusation made about them. Your career in life is basically over. And even if this disconnect is very minor, it's still a strong enough disconnect to potentially influence situations like this, where an innocent person can get wrongfully convicted. This is even more important if the person making those decisions is not actually required to explain in detail how they even came to these decisions, and whose decision and judgment is then expected to be deferred to with absolute authority. So for me, despite having evidence of these consent videos, they were considered inadmissible at trial, and then at the same time used as an argument to lower my credibility. This was incredibly frustrating. And again, I'm getting a little emotional here. Let me try and dial it back. Filming a consent video is not a crime and is not what I was charged with. However, this person was concerned about a video of them potentially being put online, and then in the evidence, there's a strong motive. They fabricated an assault in order to prevent a video of them potentially, in their mind, being put online, despite the fact that I never have done that and I never would do that. The accuser also texted her friend saying, I just realized my biggest dream in life is to intern at Saturday Night Live, even though that will never happen because I don't have the skills or connections. She said that right before coming to my house. That's from the April 16th document. But I'll let you read the transcripts and come to your own conclusions. To put it simply, in a case that basically only comes down to credibility, there were multiple statements, changes in details, contradictions, proven fabrications of evidence that should have absolutely been taken into account in terms of credibility. And again, I'm talking about her testimony versus her statement to police, versus messages to her friends, versus emails to her therapist and all the things she admitted in them. This entire time is her word versus her own word. And within her own word, there are major issues. This case is very unique in a sense because there is more evidence that this person is not a credible witness, made a false accusation, fabricated evidence with motive, and admission of some of these things, then there is evidence that I even assaulted this person. And there is no evidence because I didn't. There was no assault. It was a consensual encounter. Testifying is terrifying. You're being accused of such a heinous sin and then having to explain intimate details in front of your girlfriend, friends, your family, and reporters who are taking your words out of context and putting you in the front page of the newspaper, making claims about you in front of literally your entire city. In my case, in Hamilton, 500,000 people, plus Toronto newspapers. So we're talking like millions of people. So despite all of this pressure, you also have to try and remain calm and not emotional. But at the same time, you literally feel like you're having a heart attack and you have just immense anger about even being in this whole situation. So the whole thing was frustrating, gaslighting, anxiety-inducing. It was just fucking terrible. And I'm sure it was terrible for the accuser as well, okay? But with that being said, that does not make it even remotely okay. What she did was wrong and has had massive consequences for my life that I'm still dealing with years later. I literally felt like my life was taken from me. And even on that day, seeing my girlfriend, my friends, my family collapse to the floor, bawling their eyes out. This pain was, and still is, truly indescribable. So in the appeal, you can read my appeal lawyer's technical assessment, why the judge was incorrect. As a layman, he basically allegedly took the date and then he divided it into several different boxes, okay? So he took the date and he's like, here's the whole thing, box, 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 box. And then he said, well, she's not credible in this box, or this box, or this box, but I believe her in this box. Again, they're kind of allowed to just use their own discretion and decide whatever they want. But the reason that there was a technical error in this that allowed us to even appeal in the first place is that if somebody while testifying makes major inaccuracies, major contradictions, fabrications, discrepancies in several areas, this should significantly affect their credibility overall. And this was not done. Any lack of credibility, especially a substantial, overwhelming lack of credibility in the majority of areas, is reasonable doubt. And if that isn't considered reasonable doubt, then what is reasonable doubt? It basically makes it impossible for you or your loved ones to defend yourself as an accused person.
That's wild.
This is how the law works. This is just how it is. This is why people film consent videos in the first place. The only hope I have at getting my life back is that we can get a retrial to address these inconsistencies. But first, it needs to be approved by the appellant court. They don't give me notice, really, when they've decided, and I actually have to turn myself into custody. And then once I'm already in custody, they email my lawyer and tell them the decision they've made. So I have no idea what's gonna happen, when it's gonna happen. I'm just in this really f***ed up place right now, and it's terrifying. With that being said, an appeal is a lot different than a normal trial. I thought it was like, hey, like, look at all this evidence. You know, what happened here? But it's not. An appeal is not to retry the case or review the evidence. The appeal process is for an appeal lawyer to find technical errors in the judge's decision. With that being said, the way that the laws work in Canada, in these types of trials anyways, trial judges essentially have complete power to make convictions like this.
Let me do that. That's so wild.
So my crazy neighbour has gone too far this time. She's an absolute nightmare.
What are you doing to my car? Get off my drive, you were trespassing. Go and park somewhere else.
If you don't move your car, then you're not going to be able to get out your drive, are you, love? Because I'm going to park there then.
Go and park your f***ing car there and I'll get it towed away.
Yeah, well, that'll be expensive, won't it? You look poor, you won't be able to afford that anyway.
Well, at least I'm not that poor. I have to use someone else's f***ing drive.
Her revenge plan was fully underway.
The woman who lived here before me didn't have a car, so she's let this woman park in this spot, and now I need my spot back, but this woman will not move her car. It's my f***ing spot.
She's not messing around anymore. The car has been dealt with. And now all that's left to do is wait for her neighbor to find out.
Oi, silly bitch. What the f*** is my car?
Well, funnily enough, I did find the money to get a tow truck, and I'll happily give you the number if you want it back.
Cheeky.
Oh, what's cheeky is you coming vandalising my car and thinking you have some God-given right to my driveway.
I told you, the lady before you, to let me park
And
it.
I told you she doesn't own the driveway anymore.
But she still won't accept the truth.
Swear to God, this is not your driveway, and I'll be parking here again.
Have you finished?
No, I haven't finished.
Now I will give you the number to the tow truck company and you can go and get your piece of metal.
No.
It does not belong on my drive.
Don't put your finger in my face.
So my crazy neighbour.
All day, bro. Pokemon saved my life. Bro, I used to be homeless. Pokemon in the hood, people was trading Pokemon from you.
No. Stop. How's it going? How are you?
So with all the cameras.
I record videos about Pokemon cards.
Oh, yeah. What's up?
Can I take a look at the condition on that Suicune Neo there? Thank you.
You can just tell me anything for me.
You grew up in the 90s? You probably broke.
6, baby.
96?
How long you been doing the content?
A year and a half ago. Quit my job last week.
What?
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to be on, too. I haven't seen my kids for 2 months. My son's birthday is today.
Happy birthday to him, man. Does he collect Pokemon?
Yeah.
What's he into?
He loves Charizard.
Let me buy him something.
Bro, this is basically his shop.
No.
I'm throwing this for you, too, man.
Oh, man, I appreciate
Yeah, for the
that.
hobby.
Should I rip it here?
You do it later.
Man, what was your name?
Hey, Sean.
Can I buy your son a pack?
Man, I appreciate it, but we're so blessed. Like, you feel me though?
Yeah.
Like, bro, I used to be homeless, and now like we live in Vegas. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I appreciate you, man.
All day, bro. Pokemon saved my life.
I love that, man.
For real, bro. I'm gonna really bless you, bro.
Dude.
No, listen, bro. This is for the hobby. Trust me, bro. We love Pokemon. You know what I mean?
We do, yes. I know, I'm with you, but
I'm gonna give it.
no. Stop.
Bro, it's only like $50.
Come on, I know, but
No, it's nothing, bro. Just take it, bro. For the hobby.
stop. I can't take that, man.
No, for the hobby,
can't.
bro. Come on, bro. This is for the hobby.
Can I get you your coffee?
Yeah, if you do that.
All right. This is too much, bro.
Bro, that's not even too much.
White chocolate mocha, a gift card. Thank you. Your white chocolate mocha,
Thank you.
gift card. Man,
No.
no, seriously, $25 for you, man.
Just tap in with me, bro. We go out to eat or something. All day, bro. Pokemon saved my life, bro.
Boy, I hit the jackpot now. Check out this gold coin.
I'll look at it.
Check it out.
All right, come on up, buddy. What is it you got?
10 troy ounces of solid gold. Check that out. $20 coin, man. I don't even know why I brought it here, because I could probably buy everything in here with this.
Yeah.
So I don't even know why I'm entertaining you. But you see it. You know, I like to do business with you, especially when I come up. Go ahead, weigh it. Put it on the scale.
Okay, I'm gonna wait. Are you just gonna keep talking about it, or do you want me to look at it?
I'm about to get paid.
By who?
Tank says, LOL.
I don't care.
All right, let's weigh it. All right, it is a little over 10 troy ounces.
That's right. I don't know why you touch it, but I don't take checks neither. Go on wherever you got to go, call the bank, order up some money, whatever you got to do. But today I'm getting paid.
Do you want me to test it?
Yeah, I don't care what you do, test it.
All right.
Do your little scratch test, your float test, whatever you want to do. So I'll just scratch it a little bit. Okay, and there went 1 troy ounce.
No, gold don't scratch that color, brother. I bet if you let me cutting into this thing, I bet it's copper.
You ain't cutting into nothing of mine. You already scratched it.
I know it, and I'm telling you, it ain't real.
How can you tell without the acid?
Fine. If you want acid, I'll do it. See how it's fading away? Look at that. It ain't real. Look, on the back, it's even got copy written on it, man. What? I mean, you're always bringing me some fake stuff, dude.
Girls will get $5,500 each.
The blokes will get $69,000
Each! Each!
Get what you fucking deserve! How can anyone justify this item?
They can't.
No.
I mean, the gender. I beg your pardon.
I can justify.
Stop, start, stop again. Uh-oh.
Skyforce a turnover. Angel Reese off to the races. Will lay it in.
Why? Why? I tell you what, stars don't get paid more money because, a sport doesn't become interesting because the stars are paid more money. Stars get paid more money because the sport is interesting. Let me ask you this. How many of you guys on the panel know who our Australian Matildas are playing in the quarterfinals? No, because you don't care about it. Now, if you cared about
I
it...
do if they win.
No,
They
but
beat
that's
us.
the thing.
They beat
Do you know what?
Brazil.
All of you can go and watch W League games in the women's competition here, but you don't. Now, when you start to go and watch these women play the wonderful football they do, then they'll earn more money.
But I don't go to watch the men play football either.
Yeah.
Well, you're a smartass with your mouth shut.
I know, but a lot of people do. The Men's World Cup is one of the biggest money spinners on the planet. Women's football, even though at grassroots level it's working really, really well, it's got a long way to go. The other thing, let me ask you this about sports equality. The top 10 fastest men of all time in terms of sprinters are all black, of African origin. Are you telling me that the white guys should say, hold on, we should be paid just as much as the black guys for sprinting? No, because they're not as fast.
Girls will get $5,500 each.
I handed my doctor the pills my girlfriend had been feeding me, and he said, "I'm calling the police." I was diagnosed with a manageable seizure disorder when I was a teenager. For almost a decade, I took 2 small white pills every morning and lived a completely normal life. I drove a car, I worked as a structural engineer, I hiked on the weekends. My condition was just a background detail like needing to wear contact lenses. Then I moved in with Sarah. We had been dating for a year when we got an apartment together. Sarah was a veterinary technician. She was nurturing and organized and loved taking care of people. When we moved in, she noticed my messy nightstand and offered to organize my medications into one of those daily pill dispensers. I thought it was sweet. I let her do it. 2 months later, I had a seizure at the grocery store. It was my first one in 10 years. I woke up on the linoleum floor with paramedics standing over me and Sarah holding my hand crying. They suspended my driver license that same day. State law says you have to go 6 months without an episode to get it back. I became entirely dependent on Sarah. She drove me to work. She drove me to appointments. When the seizures started happening every few weeks, I had to take a leave of absence from my engineering firm. I was confined to our apartment. I felt like a burden, but Sarah was an absolute saint. She cooked all my meals and brought me my pills every single morning with a glass of orange juice. Our friends called her an angel. I felt like my body was betraying me. My neurologist kept upping my dosage, but nothing worked. I was tired and depressed and losing my grip on reality. The breaking point happened on a Tuesday. Sarah was at work. I was trying to make a sandwich in the kitchen when the warning signs hit. The metallic taste in my mouth and the tunnel vision. I collapsed and hit my head hard on the granite counter. I woke up in the emergency room with a severe concussion and a massive gash above my eyebrow. Sarah rushed in an hour later, still wearing her scrubs. She held my hand and cried, telling the nurses how hard it was to watch me deteriorate. The attending neurologist came in holding my chart. He looked confused. He asked me how often I was skipping my medication. I told him I never skipped it. I took it every morning. The doctor shook his head. He said my blood panels came back completely clean. There were 0 trace levels of anticonvulsants in my system. He said it was as if I had not taken a single pill in 6 months. Sarah laughed nervously. She patted my arm and told the doctor I had been experiencing memory loss. She said she constantly found loose pills in the couch cushions and suspected I was forgetting to swallow them. I stared at her. My head was pounding, but my mind was suddenly razor sharp. She physically handed me the cup every morning. She watched me drink the juice. She was the only one who had access to my prescription bottles. My jacket was sitting in a plastic hospital bag at the foot of my bed. I asked the nurse to hand it to me. I reached into the pocket and pulled out my emergency pill fob. It was a little metal tube I kept on my keychain. I unscrewed it and dumped the 2 small white pills into my palm. I asked the doctor to send them to the hospital pharmacy to be identified. Sarah stood up. Her chair scraped loudly against the floor. She said it was a waste of time and that she needed to take me home to rest. She reached for the pills, but I closed my fist. I told her to sit down. The doctor took the pills and left the room. We sat in silence for 20 minutes. Sarah kept looking at the door with her leg bouncing rapidly. She tried to hold my hand again, but I pulled away. The doctor came back, and the look on his face told me everything. The pharmacy ran the imprint codes. They were veterinary-grade canine calcium supplements. They were the exact same size and shape and color as my medication. The room went entirely still. The doctor looked at Sarah and then looked at me and quietly asked if I wanted him to call hospital security. Sarah completely broke down. She started sobbing and saying she just wanted to feel needed. She said before I got sick, I was always working or out with friends. She said making me stay home was the only way she could guarantee I would never leave her. She had been stealing the calcium pills from her animal clinic and flushing my real medication down the toilet. She intentionally gave me brain damage to keep me as a pet. I asked the doctor to call the police instead of security. Sarah was arrested in the hospital lobby. I pressed charges for aggravated assault and reckless endangerment. My sister came to pick me up that night, and we went straight to my apartment with a police escort to pack all my things. It has been a year since that day. I am back on my actual medication. I have not had a
Tank
single
says,
seizure in 11
"Damn."
months. I got my driver license back, and I returned to my engineering firm, and I am finally living my life again. I am still terrified of letting anyone take care of me, but I am free. I handed my—
That's wild. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Holy fuck. Alright. Let's smoke this bowl really quick here. I don't know why I did that here. I'm gonna smoke this, so let me just put this back. I'm dumb.
So this video game, the screenings of Mixtape, this is the game. Apparently, the person who was involved with the game was the daughter of one of the richest guys in the world, Larry Ellison. Like, I didn't even know this was true, but, like, apparently it's a literal industry plant. And so all of these different studios giving it super high reviews. Little indie game, it has more licensed music than your $100 million Hollywood film, but totally normal for an indie studio to pay for these songs. They all do it. And so, anyway, I'll go back and show you guys some more of this, because apparently this
Tank
game
says, have you
is,
tried
like,
that game
crazy,
Mixtapes? Heard it's pretty
crazy
good.
AstroTurfed. So
They're
take
literally
a look at
talking about
this.
it.
So this was the package they
Tank
sent him.
says, oh lol.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. And they sent these out to tons of creators. They're 100% paid reviews and illegally doing so, but it's being covered up. Oh my god. Dude, this guy like these mixtape packages that they sent out, full functioning CD player and retro headphones straight from the game. This is so cool. Yeah, look at this here. Annie Perennia Interactive. Oh boy, it's a blatant advertisement for a product that's not being disclosed as such. Well, he only needs to disclose it if they gave him money for this. I think that there's a chance they could have just kind of said, like, hey, you know, like, we're going to send you this. It'd be cool if you made a video about it. And there was never, like, a contract made. And I think that's the reason why they're getting around it. Did you get some? Why didn't they give you one? Well, I'm not on the list of good boys. I'm on the list of bad boys. And so every single time that a new game comes out,
the list of bad
I can
boys.
almost guarantee you that a lot of these groups of people that are advertising agencies actually hate me. It's extremely scummy. It's very scummy. And what I think is funny is that, you know, this game came out and it was being pushed as if it was like this super indie game. And like everybody's giving it 9s and 10s. And it turns out that it was actually just a completely astroturfed art project from the daughter of one of the richest people in the world, right? Isn't Larry Ellison like one of the top? I know he's top 10 richest people in the world, right? Top 10 richest people. What does it say right here? Yeah, it's a lot of money. He got a whole ass lot of money. Yeah, there it is right there. $244 billion. So $244 billion. That's a lot of money. You think about how much money that is. That's a lot. So the lists are fake. Yeah, but I bet he's probably got at least like some money though, right? Like he's probably got at least like probably $5 million, like I would say. And so, yeah, almost at 1 trillion. Yeah, Elon probably going to hit 100, like a trillion pretty soon. He will. And there it is. So called it. I told y'all, like, so the thing is that, oh, here we go. Published by the daughter of the 5th richest man in the world. I could just listen to this. Government funding, fully licensed soundtrack despite being, quote, indie. Perfect scores, expensive gift sets sent to content creators. Mixtape is an industry plant and you can't convince me otherwise. The thing is that what I find to be so funny about this is that so many of these developers, like people still listen to reviewers. People still listen. The only people that you should be listening to is me. That's it. That's the only person you should be like. Maybe there's a few other guys out there. I think they're pretty legit on YouTube, right? I don't want to name names because maybe I might leave somebody out and they'll get offended. But there's a few other people, but at least you can depend on me, right? I mean, there's somebody that's able to do this.
Tech 10's gonna be like, he's actually talking about me.
Most humble. So does this mean that Larry Ellison? So if Larry Ellison is the one, that's his name, right? Yeah, Larry Ellison. Isn't he? Isn't number 5 a Jew? That's Larry Ellison, right? Yeah, he's a Jew. Exactly. And so you've got subscribing to Judaism, to interesting mythology. So you have this person, right, interested as well. So this is basically, and like this is the reason why, for example, he also was the one that was going to take over TikTok, right? And he was involved in like the, what was it, like Warner Brothers or something like that, buyout or something like Netflix. He outbid Netflix. I forgot which big company bought out which other big company, Paramount or something like that. So now you have another example of he wants a monopoly. Well, it makes sense, right? I mean, because if you have a monopoly, you make a lot of money. So, I mean, of course you'd want a monopoly. That's what makes sense. It's literal Goy Slop. Yeah, they put out a game that is Goy Slop, it like reincarnated. Oh, here we go. Yep, there it is. Mixtape is a Nepo-backed AstroTurfed game. It was developed by a small Australian studio, Beethoven and Dinosaur, that was funded by Annapurna Interactive, headed by Megan Ellison. Yes, that Ellison family, where her father, Larry Ellison, is one of the most connected to Israel's elites and donated over he donate... Wait, did he really? Oh my God. So wait a minute. Let's turn this around. Let's turn this around, boys. So let me get this straight. So if you buy Mixtape, you are directly contributing to the ecosystem that has allowed the, by their accusation, genocide of Palestinians. And all of these game companies went along with it, and they were totally okay with it. That's a reach? I know. Would they make it? Of course they would. So let's make it ourselves. That's right. It's interesting. That's crazy. Wow. And so that's right, brother. If you buy Mixtape, you support Israel. I know. I know, guys.
Did she fuck?
Yeah, that's true. Absolutely. People forgot about this drama for 2 years ago. I remember the Annapurna name for somewhere else. Wait a minute. This isn't their first controversy? Oh my God. They also, wait a minute. Stray was the, do you remember how much this game got AstroTurfed? Guys, I think I might owe an apology to Dan Blazarian. This is a lot. Oh, man. Oh, jeez. Wow. Wow. Stray was good. I like cats. But was it so good that it was like in 5 different categories for like best video game? Fuck no. Get the fuck out of here. So a dispute with the company owner. So basically Annapurna fired everybody that made this video game, and then they hired a totally new studio to AstroTurf now another video game. This is amazing. I can't believe it. Yes, 97% Steam for 77,000 reviews. No, because it's at nah, bro. Like nah. There's plenty of games that are really good. And let me see how this Mixtape game is doing. Okay, here we go. So it has 2,000 players. Now, do you think that they're going to make their money back on this game? You know what I think? I think they don't care. I think that they literally won't even notice it. This is like somebody steals a quarter out of your, out of your piggy bank, right? They got one.
The fuck.
Quarter out of it, you really gonna notice the quarter being gone? Probably not, right? And so anyway, it's a Nepo passion project. Exactly. Mixtape is a truly special quarter out of it. You really gonna notice the quarter being gone? Probably not, right? And so, anyway, it's a Nepo passion project. Exactly. Mixtape is a truly special game, like a highly playable, high fidelity, or maybe a '90s John Hughes movie. Still thinking about it days later. You can blow things up by flipping them off. Go play it. It's on Game Pass too. The amount of hate this is getting proves how much the world is healing. We will heal the world with hate. We will heal the world and make the world a better place by removing every single thing that we don't like. That's the goal. Yes, exactly. And it needs more, though? Well, that's why I went live today. That's why I went live. And you ballpark the budget on the game? No, I have no idea what the budget is, because it's probably... The reason why is that a sync license for licensed music is like really, really high, but there's a chance they could have gotten a good deal because of industry connections. So it would vastly distort the actual price of creating a game like this with this much licensed commercial music on it. So really, any sort of framing of that would be hard to look at. So no, I don't think there's really a good way to see that or be sure of it. And thank you for going live. I know that, guys. When does your power come back on? 2 hours later. It came back on 2 hours later. And if you have hate in your heart, let it out. Yes, exactly. And so you've got even more of this here. Let me see if there's any more. Oh, yeah. What is this video game genre called? Dustborn Mixtape. Life is Strange. Games made by failed theater kids for failed theater kids. This is the thing, is like a lot of like, you guys might not know this. I think I've said it like once or twice. I was actually in theater and like acting class. I was in middle school. I was in plays. I played multiple roles and everything. You know, we performed and all of that. So I was a theater kid. I was. And you know what I did? I went through puberty. And then I started learning about computers. And I left that.
Cheers. Cheers again. Just kill the bull. I'm gonna get back into it.
Yeah, this is a very unusual story. A number of government agencies are looking into this. One phrase used was its, quote, raised eyebrows. Now the White House says they'll leave no stone unturned in this investigation. As you mentioned, Christine, 10 scientists involved with government agencies or military research died or have been reported missing since 2023. 3 worked at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory in La Cañada Flint Ridge near Pasadena. Michael Dowd Hicks was a researcher. He died in July 2023. Frank Maywald, a principal researcher, died in July 2024. Monica Jacinto Reza was an aerospace engineer at JPL. She vanished last June while hiking with a companion in the Angeles.
All right, back to it, guys. Sorry. But I am actually going to end it over on YouTube because we're going 4 hours there, so we're going to chill. We'll be over on Kick and Twitch, though, so we'll catch you guys later.